Okay, obviously disappointing, way to lose. Our guys fought hard, played hard. Obviously, had 2 minutes, 40-yard line, punted the football, went in the end zone. We didn't give them the short field, and they drove down, scored a touchdown. We couldn't get it in field goal range. Our guys fought hard, disappointed the fact that had an opportunity to win that game against a top 10 team on their home field, and we didn't get it done. I mean, it's the bottom line. We didn't make the plays with the game on the line. They did, and that's a big reason we lost. Questions?
Gus, going into the locker room, what was your message to this team? I mean, this has got to be the heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, I mean, we could have, should have, but we didn't. And they're a really good team, and we got a really good quarterback, and they answered the bell with the game on the line, and we just didn't make the play to win the game. Our guys fought hard. We did improve. I think everybody sees that. I think that is one of the top teams in college football. We played them toe-to-toe on their home field, but we got to find a way to win a game. I mean, that's just the bottom line. That's what's disappointing about the whole thing.
Curry opened things up for you running, but struggled throughout the night passing. What more do you need to see?
Yeah, we got to improve our pass game. We just got to hit one of those. I mean, we got to hit a pass. I mean, he did some really good things. He's still growing, still learning, all that. Bottom line is we got to make the play to win the game, whether it is in any phase. But yeah, we weren't able to make that explosive pass play. We were close a couple times, but close doesn't get it done.
Because of the struggles on offense, you had the defense on the field a lot in the second.
Well, yeah, we did. We had the 2 pick sixes, and then they went back out there and all that. But, yeah, we just didn't get in too much rhythm in the second half right there.
Gus, where do you go from here?
Well, you go the next game. We're playing, another top 10 team at home, and that's just what you do. I mean, it stinks. I mean, it really stinks. Really disappointed. Have an opportunity to win a game like this would have meant a lot, but we didn't. So we got to figure it out.
How do you explain some of the third down, deep balls by Curry? Why did you put him in that position?
Why did I put him in that position? We're trying to win a game. It just didn't work. We got to hit a pass. That's the reason.
Defensively, in the last drive against them, I mean, what did you want to see from your group? I mean, you got pressure on the quarterback again, but didn't see, you're just one step maybe away from making a sack or making.
Yeah, there was some close plays. Kind of like I said, we just didn't make that play to win the game. We were close a couple times to make a play, and they had the PI down there. That was a tough one right there, and then they ran the ball in, and like I said, we tried to get in field goal range, and they picked it off at the end.
What do you say about R.J. Harvey and the effort he showed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, R.J.'s one of the better running backs in college football, and he showed again tonight, 177 yards rushing. And, I think that team, 11 points a game or something. I mean, it's one of the better defenses in college football.
You were able to get off to an actual quick start. You got a touchdown early on, and then you did pretty well in the red zone. What were some of the things that you thought that Curry did well that maybe helped you?
Yeah, I mean, he kept some plays alive. He ran the ball extremely well, and anytime the quarterback can be a runner, that opens up other things. So we got off to a better start, and that was a big factor and something we talked about. And we just wanted to get to the fourth quarter close and find a way to win. Obviously, we didn't.
You're up 5 about halfway through the fourth quarter. You still seem to be in a hurry-up offense rather than drain the clock.
Yeah. We were trying to score points right there. Obviously, it didn't work on that one, but we're trying to win the game.
Braden Marshall situation crosses the goal line and would have had a pick six if he dropped it. Is that something like a teaching lesson for?
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he made a great play on it, and we were really fortunate didn't go out of bounds or something like that, and I got the ball at the 1.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, B.J. Adams got the pick six, the first pick six.
Yeah.
What was he's had a couple good games in a row.
He did. He's starting to come on, and that was a huge play right there. I guess right before halftime, gave us some momentum going in the locker room for sure.
I know it's early, but what do you know about Nigel Lee Kelly going out?
I'm really not for sure. I know, we were slipping all around. We had to put in our longer cleats and all that, and I'm not for sure exactly what happened.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. You saw a lot of guys slipping. What was the factor there?
Yeah, we needed longer cleats. They have a different kind of field than what you're used to. We slipped, 4, 5, 6 times early and just made adjustments, after that.
Were you able to do your regular walkthrough? Is it not anything you noticed beforehand?
Yeah, walk through in pregame, with your cleats on and all that. It's not like the real game, but we definitely changed that.
RJ had a good performance. tonight. Looked like he got kind of back on track. What did you notice from him, and what you guys were able to do maybe to free him up a little bit more at the end of the half?
He protected the football. He broke some tackles. He did a really good job. We were close on that third down, little pass out of the backfield. That was a really close one there. That would have been nice, but he's a really good running back. I think y'all know that.
What do you hope you can build on from this one?
What you can build on is, the reality is when you take away that it stinks that we lost that game, that we played one of the top 10 teams in college football on their home field, and we had opportunities to win. We just didn't win. We got to figure out a way to take the next step. We improved last week, even though we did some, but we improved quite a bit this week. But we got to find a way to take the next step and win a game.
And now you have another team that's undefeated you face at home this week.
Yeah. Next opponent, they're really good. Obviously, I've not really watched much, but obviously they're a really good team. It's another great opportunity. We need to figure out a way to take that next step and win a game against a top 10 team.
You go into this next week. How do you? I think we've asked you the last couple of weeks. How do you keep the locker room? How do you keep these guys positive?
Yeah, I mean, we got leadership. We're real close with our staff. I mean, we're not gonna turn on each other. We got to find a way to win, right? I mean, that's it. This stinks. Okay, so we got to figure it out, and that's what we'll do.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. Just take us through the emotions of this game. I mean, you guys had the lead, going in the last couple of minutes. I mean, what's going through your mind, and what's the locker room like right now?
Locker room right now, everybody good. I mean, ain't nobody down to nobody. We all, we all in this together. So, I mean, it is what it is. They got the best of us today, so we got to come back next week and attack the week versus BYU.
How difficult is it to see them go down the field on that final drive and punch it in with just at the end there? It wasn't really difficult, but it is what it is. I knew the game was going to have to come to be on us at the end of the day. And we just ain't get it done. So, I mean, hats off to them guys. They ain't tripping. So, yeah.
How can you take some positives from this game? I mean, and you lost things, obviously, but how can you take some positives from this? You guys played much better than you have in the last 3 or 4 weeks. What can you guys take from this game and maybe spin it forward as you guys get ready for BYU?
Just keep building on it. I mean, y'all see what we can do. So, I mean, it is what it is now. Like, we can't, this game behind us. Now we on the BYU. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Take us through the interception.
Yeah, sure. The quarterback, he made a bad decision right there. Well, I don't think it was a bad decision. I just really sat on it. They had a tight end out there. He ran a hitch, and I already knew because I told myself every game from now on, like, I got to do something to impact this game. So I just seized my opportunity and took it to the crib.
Did you feel like no one was going to catch you when you were?
Yeah, I already knew that. Yeah, I already knew that.
You knew that was going to happen?
Yeah, I already knew that was going to happen.
And what about on Braden's interception?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy, too. That was a good interception. We still got to coach him up, you know what I'm saying, let the ball go for the line. But, hey, great play, you know what I'm saying. Hey, it is what it is.
You've had a pretty good streak of a couple games, where you've been able to get some interceptions and things like that. What's kind of clicked for you over the last few weeks?
Just really overall learning the defense, because when you got a new DC in, you want to know what he wants to get done defensively, especially on third down too. That's the biggest case we've been struggling with, but shoot. Hey, we're gonna bounce back next week. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, Coach Malzahn said third down was going to be a focus this week. Did you feel that there were improvements made?
Yeah, it was some improvement made. I mean, we got to the quarterback a lot more this game than I think. Like I think how many sacks we had? Yeah, we had a couple sacks.
What did you guys do differently?
I think it was just a want to. Really, everybody played physical. We already knew this was gonna be a physical game. So I mean, it is what it is. They was a number 9 team. You know what I'm saying? We coming in as an underdog. Nobody thought we could win. So. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just had that want to on the defense side.
How much of a boost was it for you guys this week offensively, the offense being able to get out there and score some points early on, to build up that early lead at 28-14 give you guys some chances maybe to go after them a little bit?
Yeah, it was It gave us a lot of confidence. We knew we could win the game. Like, we knew that coming in. I mean, I feel like every game on our schedule we can win. So, I mean, some games you just come up short. I mean, yeah.
You were on the field a lot in the second half. Was there some fatigue there towards the end?
Nah, it ain't no fatigue. We don't get tired on the defensive side. We tell each other every day, like, we some warriors. We don't get tired. So, yeah.
Such a Curry play today. Obviously, played the whole game. Had moments of great plays. Is that something you've come to expect from him since you guys have seen him in practice and everything like
Yeah,
that?
most definitely.
What was Coach's message in the locker room after this one?
Keep your head high. Don't get down on yourself. We just came up short, and that's just life. Like, sometimes you're gonna come up short, but when adversity hits, what you gonna do? That's what we tell ourselves every day. So, I mean, we're going through a lot of adversity right now, so it's only gonna make us stronger. So that's what I believe.
How crucial is it for the leaders of this team to keep the locker room together, keep you guys? I mean, you said everything's good, but I mean, how crucial is it for those guys, for yourself, to be able to tell guys, hey, keep your head up with everything going on?
Yeah. I mean, it's very crucial because, we got a lot of young guys that's going to step up to the challenge. And, you know what I'm saying, like, mentally, those guys get down on themselves. Even me, like, most times I get down on myself. But we all brothers at the end of the day, and we all holding each other accountable. So we all picking each other up. So it's not like somebody downing you even more. You know what I'm saying? Your brother coming to pick you up and encourage you. Hey, like, it is what it is, brother. Like, keep going. You know what I'm saying?
What needs to change for this defense for this team to snap a 4-game losing streak?
Shoot, really nothing. I mean, y'all seen what we could do. We just got to finish. That's all I could say. Like, I feel like everybody played their part. We just got to finish. Like, that's what it is.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Questions for Marcellus?
Marcellus, what was the message kind of by Gus in the locker room after this game? It's a tough one to take, but what was his message to you guys?
I mean, we've seen a lot of improvements in our team looking at what we put on the field this week. Obviously, there's still a lot of areas to improve, and we got to find a way to make plays and win at the end. That was the biggest point there.
What did the change to Curry bring to the offense?
I mean, I think you guys see it. He's a very dynamic guy. He makes plays when we need him to, and he's done a great job the last week commanding the offense and leading us.
RJ had a really big, kind of got back to where he was a few weeks ago, running the football. How much of that was a sense of what you guys wanted to do as an offensive line to kind of get those holes for him so he can maybe find some of that?
Yeah, I mean, our biggest goal every week is to run the football. When you run the football, it opens up everything else. So I know no one feels good after this loss, but being able to get back to where he was, being able to run the ball successfully, is definitely a bonus. Like I said, we improved in some areas, but we still got some work we got to do.
Another game with opportunity here. What's most frustrating about knowing you couldn't close it out and get a win on the road?
I mean, I think it's just that in itself, not being able to put it away there at the end when we had it. Truly is just a disappointing feeling, but it's one that we got to clear because we got another opportunity coming up this week.
Marcellus, how important is it for the leaders like yourself to keep this locker room together? It's a tough loss, and you guys on a 4-game losing streak. What is it to keep these guys motivated so it's not you see the locker room fracture?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is our slogan for this year is toughen together, and just keeping everyone committed to that. We stay together through the ups, through the downs, and at the end of the day, we got to learn from this together and just truly lean on each other and pick it up. Because like I said, there's a lot of things that we did better this week, but we just got to keep improving and seize the moment when we get the next opportunity.
Coaches have talked about you'd face adversity this season and see how you react. Do you feel like you reacted a little bit better in the midst of a 3-game losing streak tonight to put yourself in a position to win?
Yeah, I mean, coming on the road, playing a top 10 team at their house, there's a lot of adversity that comes with that. But at the end of the day, you got to keep learning from it. We have, like you said, we faced some adversity so far this season, and it's never easy to kind of eat a loss. But we talked about in the locker room, we're going to get back and get back in the building tomorrow and get better.
Do you guys feel like you could take something from this loss and spin it next week going into facing BYU at home?
I think our execution, like I said, we made some leaps and bounds in some areas. So just kind of piggybacking off of that and carrying that into what it is that we're going to continue to do as we look to move through the rest of the season.
What more do you think needs to happen for this team to get over the hump?
The biggest thing is just the little details. It comes down to all of the things that a lot of people overlook. whether it's wearing the same shoes that everyone's supposed to be wearing. And then that translates onto the field, just little execution things that at the end of the day get you beat when you don't do it at a consistent level.
How you guys were able to get off early and get some points early, which is something you guys haven't been able to do. How much does that help you guys, give you a little bit of confidence when you were able to score early on, and especially in the red zone, where an area where you guys have struggled a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that we emphasize that all week, coming out hot, being able to score touchdowns in the red zone. And like I said, I think those are a few areas that we definitely improved on, and that we're going to continue to build on. I think it definitely helps with the energy on the sideline. We've truly beat ourselves in that area in the past. If you look at our last 3 games, we've drove down the field on the opening drive and just not been able to finish it. Today, we were able to take that next step and put points on the board. And now we just got to put it all together.
What did you notice about field conditions? Guys were slipping a little bit in the first half.
It's just part of it. You got to know where you're coming to. The grass was a little high. Footing was a little slippery in certain spots, but it's part of the game. Something we can't control. So just being able to play through it and just continue to do what was in front of us.
King came back, was able to play this week. How you went back to your normal spot? How does that kind of help you out a little bit? David, week and week, kind of moving around, is it a challenge for you to be able to do?
Yes and no. I've done it for a while now, so I'm really used to it. I've played. That's actually my final position I've started a game at. So I've started a game at all 5 positions on the offensive line, which isn't something that a lot of people have had the opportunity to do, and I kind of look at that as a benefit. But it's nice getting that core group of guys back in there and just being able to be on the same page and execute.
What was working so well that allowed RJ to get off to such a good start in the first half?
We talk about hats on hats, putting hats on hats and straining to finish. And I think we were challenged to do that before we went on the field, and I think we did that. Straining to finish our blocks. Obviously there's areas that we need to continue to improve in, but at the end of the day, I think his stat line will show that we executed in that area a little bit better.
Can you take something from this, the idea that Iowa State had one of the top 5 defenses in the country, and you guys were able to score at least 30 points?
Yeah, again, like I said, we improved in a lot of areas. We know what we got in the locker room. We've never doubted ourselves. It's just putting it all together and being able to execute when it counts.
4 straight though. You got to be over it by now.
Yeah, but as a leader of the team, you just got to clear and move on to the next one. At the end of the day, if I sit here and we dwell on these 4, it'll continue to beat us. So we got to clear and keep moving.
You guys all set?
Yep. Perfect.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Appreciate it.